and there was the NDA government. The entire Congress party stood behind the NDA government, said bereft of any smaller issues, this is a national issue and we stand by you. Let's respect the Indian Army. Let's not belittle them.
Mr. Bakshi, are you being a blind supporter of General VK Singh? You know, one sec, I know your hand is up in response, but are you being completely blind in your support? Because my question also to Mr. Jethmalani, Randeep Sudewala makes a direct point, and he has thrown the ball straight in your court on the Newshour tonight. And I'd like to ask you, are you privy to any information about the TSD that is handing over a clean sheet? Just because VK Singh shared the stage with Modi, what Mr. Surjewala is saying is that just because VK Singh was on the stage with Modi, you were giving him a clean sheet.
You know, Arnab,
I'm not. I am not. Arnab,
I would like to say.
It's Mahesh Jethmalani's turn to respond. It's Mahesh Jethmalani's turn to respond.
Arnab, shorn of the platitudes which Mr. Surjewala about rising above the occasion, I say this. Please see what I am saying and read my lips very carefully. I am saying that there was a far more serious allegation made last year where the army was accused of initiating a coup against the central government. That newspaper report was totally without any substance.
No, you're not. Again, you're going back. You're not looking at this. You're not answering the question I asked you. My question.
I'm coming to it. I'm coming. Under 1 minute. 1 minute. I'm coming straight to it. What action in the past has this Congress government taken against that irresponsible newspaper? Now coming back to the
No, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Coming back to
no, his point was that are you giving him immunity just because he shared the stage with Modi? That's what he's asking you, right?
No, I am not. I am saying 1 minute. I am saying this. Nobody has said that any of the allegations in the reports are correct. The Ministry of Defence has only admitted the existence of a report, not of its contents. I am not going to comment, unlike Rashid Alvi, Salman Khurshid and Manish Tiwari, who have acted totally irresponsibly and acted as if they know the contents of the report. That is the Congress party of Mr. Surjewala. That is Mr. Surjewala's Congress party. We are responsible.
Mr. Surjewala, did your party jump the gun and allegedly try to put allegations at the BJP?
Don't try and fly the flag.
One minute. He will respond to you now, sir. He will respond to you now, sir.
And sir, the straight question was only one. However high you may be, the law is above you. It is in the interest of Indian Army, it is in the interest of General VK Singh, and it is in the interest of every rightful thinking Indian citizen. You tell that to Sonia Gandhi and Manmohan Singh. Don't tell us that. That there are serious allegations. And the defense minister of the country has said, I'm examining the issue. Let's not jump the gun, Arnab. Let's wait for the defense minister to arrive at a conscious decision and come to a conclusion that whether the facts are not worth consideration.
General Bakshi, you see,
let's not get angry.
No, one second. General Bakshi, before I come to you, I go to Maruf. No, before I go to you, I go to Maruf.
I get angry because 3 of your ministers have jumped the gun and you are not answering my charges. You are evading them.
Mr. Jethmalani, let's not politicize the Indian Army. With all humility at my command, you are a senior lawyer. Let's not politicize the Indian Army. Let's rise above this petty parochial politics that BJP continues to propagate. And you have this Modi phobia. Anybody seen with Modi has immunity. Anybody seen with Modi can do no wrong.
You have a Modi phobia.
Let's wait.
May I also?
I have a Modi mania. You have a Modi phobia.
Excuse me. I think somebody else also has a right to be heard. Excuse me. May I also put it the other way?
So do I.
It is one of the most crass signals that we have received, that if you canvass for an opposition politician, if you are suspected of supporting him in the elections, we will dig out a slew of cases against you and put you behind the bars. Is this a banana republic? This same report was with the government for the last 6 months. How does it come out 2 days after Modi is seen or VK Singh is seen with Modi?
Mustafa Kamal, Mustafa Kamal is silent on every issue tonight, including the timing of the charges. Mustafa Kamal, please tell us and the whole nation who is watching tonight. No, Mustafa Kamal, please tell me this. I ask you again. There is no 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Mustafa Kamal.
I would make 2 points very. I would make 2 points very brief.
Go ahead. You don't want to take my question.
Number one, I would request General Bakshi that he is not fighting a war here on your panel. If you could keep his voice a little down and not try to cow us down, I'd be very grateful.
If you can stop accusing the Indian Army of staging coups,
you don't need to shout.
It is
this is not a war.
Sorry.
Kindly.
It is a war.
Don't try to cow down.
It is a war as far as
no,
we
it is
are
not. It is not. You're fighting war against the people of J&K state, not against Pakistan. Let me make my 2 points clear. Number one, army.
We have saved the people of J&K state.
Let me speak, General Bakshi, please. Throughout its history in J&K, army has had dark patches. And one of the darkest patches is these 22 years of militancy, some of which have been made in this allegation that has come out in a leading newspaper of the country. Number one. Number two, that as far as accountability is concerned and answerability, Indian Army should be made accountable and answerable.
Yeah. What about your accountability? What about your accountability? No, 1 second. Mustafa Kamal.
Let me finish my sentence, please. They must be made accountable and answerable.
Yeah, but what about your accountability?
Especially in the last 22 years.
What about?
Especially on the front of human rights violations.
So 1 minute, don't distract you from the main issue at hand. No, you are again. Mustafa Kamal, you see what? Mustafa Kamal
should be investigated.
1 second. Randeep, 1 minute. Randeep Surjewala, 1 minute. Let me come in. No, I want to come in.
No right to say what.
I want to come in.
Army has brought us
I want to come in.
to this position at this time.
I want to come in because Mustafa Kamal,
at the international level, we are having trouble with the
Mustafa Kamal.
Army is
Mustafa Kamal
in restoring peace in J&K
Mustafa Kamal, 1 minute, please allow me to come in.
Yes, sir.
Let me say this to you, that you are a politician in a democratic state, in a democratic country, because of that army which defends your borders. That you are safe today in Srinagar and Jammu and Gulmarg and Kishtwar because of that army which defends your borders. You are a politician and you run that state because of that army which runs which protects your borders. So I say to you, Mustafa Kamal, be careful before you say everything possible against the Indian army. I know you have an agenda against them. And I also challenge you tonight, Mustafa Kamal, with one thing. I challenge you. I challenge you, Mustafa Kamal, to prove one thing. Say one thing to me.
I am saying against the acts of omission and commission.
Mustafa Kamal, then what is the act of omission and commission?
They should be made accountable and answerable.
Mustafa Kamal, listen to me. Listen to my question.
Given unbridled
listen to my question. Listen to my question, Mustafa.
Can I say something to Mr. Kamal? As an Indian, I take strong offense to what he is saying about the Indian army. Mr. Kamal should remember that the duly elected National Conference government, Congress government that survives, and the people of Jammu and Kashmir continue to thrive and have democracy, partially because of the stellar role played by the Indian Army
in the
state of Jammu and Kashmir.
Well said.
And it is a fighting war. It is a fighting war against Pakistan, not against the people of J&K. The Indian Army is on the side of people of J&K.
Well, so now 1 minute. I just had one question to Mustafa Kamal. 3 minutes on the debate. Gentlemen.
Talk about their dark side also.
Gentlemen, let me bring the House to order. I have 3 minutes on the debate. One question, I want a brief answer from Mustafa Kamal. Mustafa Kamal, you say investigate and try VK Singh. So I say, what about your minister?
No, I didn't say that.
You said it must be investigated, right? Now, 1 second. One of the people...
the role of the army in J&K.
Yeah, and I say the role of your minister. I say the role of your minister in your nephew's government.
He is part of the army.
Is your nephew in your
of the army?
Your minister in your nephew's government is part of the army? I thought he was a cabinet minister.
No. As far as I am concerned, these allegations I have no doubt that these allegations are correct.
Well, what if you if you have no doubt? No, one second, Mustafa Kamal. What are you saying? If 1 minute, Mustafa Kamal, listen to me. 1 minute. If you have no doubt that these allegations are correct, then I demand that you sack that minister against whom you believe the allegation is correct, that he took 1 crore rupees through an army unit to destabilize your nephew's government. And if you do not have the courage or the ethics to do that, then what right do you have to question only the army? Please answer that tonight.
You see, this is part of the whole dark period.
What dark period?
This is one of the characters
Maruf.
of militancy for the last 22 years.
No, 1 second. Maruf. Maruf is responding to you, sir.
Maruf channel. They have no substance. They have all a dark past. And they try and share their dark past with people otherwise with integrity, who put their life on the line to ensure that Kashmir is stable. Let me tell you something very clearly. I am neither supporting General VK nor I am supporting those who have released the report. All I am saying is if the report is to have certain substance, then carry out a full inquiry under oath.
And what would you say to the two generals?
And put the name
what would you say to the two generals, Maruf? What would you say to General Qadian? What would you say to General Qadian and General Rameshwar Roy?
To besmirch the reputation of the other.
What do you say to General Qadian and General Rameshwar Roy?
People have no idea how coups are engineered. 1.5 crores, 1.78 crores is a pittance. I mean, in any case, a military which is going to engineer a coup, it has other assets in its stable than trying to dole out money to one second-rate politician in JNK.
General Qadian.
So please get your facts right. Those who published this story, once again, are walking on thin ice. And like in the past, as Mr. Jetmalani,
General Qadian,
they will fall in the freezing waters.
General Qadian, General Qadian, Maruf makes a point about besmirching the army's reputation.
Arnav,
yes.
The timing of the disclosure of the report is certainly suspect, and there is prima facie political vendetta involved in this because of the follow-on action of the 15th September rally. There is also no justification for the government to have sat over it for the last 6 months. This subject was too urgent.
Absolutely.
The allegation was too serious. Allegation is against the institution of the army. Should have been investigated immediately and not waited for 6 months. But now we have come to this stage to clear the name of the army of any allegation. There is a need for a thorough
last word too.
It's not a question of individuals, General VK or anybody else. The institution's name must be cleared. There must be a thorough probe. Every angle. If it is wrong, then the newspaper must be punished.
General Rameshwar Roy, I give you the last word. You've heard both sides tonight. Is it possible now to keep politics out of it? You think it is possible, even if we want to?
Exactly. That is what my request is, that enough of political dust has been kicked around. Basic issue that is involved with the raising of the unit as well as the expenditures, and to keep the army totally clear of any kind of political controversies as well as such misuse of funds and the powers. There is definitely a need for an inquiry, which has to be an inquiry outside the army. Army does not have capability to conduct an impartial inquiry into this because of the magnitude of the problem and the people involved in it, and that's the reason that inquiry is a must, and it has to be probably the CBI inquiry into this so that the name of the army is cleared once for all.
Well, gentlemen, we've had a good debate. The issue is out there. Okay, Mahesh Jetmalani wants to have the last word. He's pointing his finger straight at me, so I give him the last 20 seconds on the debate tonight.
I want a tiny point.
Arnav, I don't want to say anything more, but if the Congress party, as Mr. Surjewala said, really wants to keep this above politics, the one thing to do to preserve institutional integrity and the morale of the army is first of all to find out if this document impinges on national security, who leaked it, why it was leaked, and is this not a case for official secrets act?
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.